Hey folks, welcome to the channel and welcome back to the city. I've made a lot of progress, but I'm taking a little break over the Christmas period and I'll be back soon with more updates. So let's get to it with this update. I have modified my passenger train to fit the new tunnel. I have completed new road bridge, which I'm over the moon about. I think it looks great. I still need to do the corners, which is going to be a bit difficult. Anyway, I will show you how I built this all shortly, but first, I've got some new custom printed signs from the online shop Bedruki Bloki in the Netherlands, and I've added a few other bits of signage too. This one for the train station is great though. It says Vandenbrik Centraal Station. Guess what that says? Down on the platform, there's a new timetable sign, which is in Dutch as well, of course, and it's absolutely perfect. I love it. I really think the platform looks fantastic now, really chuffed with how it's turned out. So the train station is essentially finished on the exterior. I just need to do the inside of the actual building. There's no visible crossing, but I've got a sign here for a crossing point, just a wee thing to add on. I suppose it's kind of a bridge for the cars, but it's kind of a tunnel for the trains, and I made it only just big enough to fit the train underneath. I still need to build more supports from Duplo in the middle. And there's a load of space under here for other things which I might add. But I just wanted to get the arches done and the road on top finished. I could look at doing stuff underneath later on. I do have a major problem, which is the nose of the official Lego passenger train is way too big and it hits the side, so I will need to customize the train. Let's talk about the bridge construction, because I will need 24 of these individual road plates to build this. And with Lego, you get 4 in a pack and it's £17 here in the UK, so I will need to buy 6 of the Lego road plate sets to do this, which is £102. Absolutely mental. I'm not doing that, it's insane. So my old friend AliExpress, £2.20 each, so it's £8.80 for 4 or £52.80 for all 24. So there you have it, it's literally half price on AliExpress. And you absolutely cannot tell the difference at all, except on the back where the Lego ones have a sort of cross design and the other ones don't. Even side by side here, there's no difference. They are the same colour, same quality, and the clutch power is exactly the same. So you know what, I'm very happy with them. It's worked out perfectly. Now, my bridge is a custom design. I came up with something that just fits exactly the space I have. So it's 2 studs on the edge, and then the road plates, and the middle is 4 studs wide where the lights will go. I'm building them as separate sections so I can transport them easily, and that also makes them stronger. I've got plates and bricks in the middle to kind of keep it all together. The edges of the build are quite bulky and they're tiled on top, and I'm using masonry bricks throughout the build. Each one will be the same, tan arches and pillars with a grey shield in the middle. The back is white because you won't see it, and I have loads of white parts. I'm using doors as well in the construction here. I've lined the edges with trans yellow light pieces, and I'm making the road a uniform grey colour, no white lines or anything like that. This is it in place. I will build a core, as I say, of Duplo in the middle for strength when it's all ready. It just rests against this edge. I might make the white fence behind it a taller actually. It's a shame not to see it. Nice to see it all fits together perfectly though, and when it's populated with vehicles it looks really cool. I didn't want to make the sort of middle street lights too tall, but they could maybe do with being a bit higher up. I won't put figures walking here, it's just a road with the lights in the middle. I think figures would be too cluttered. Although I will add some more road signs with some Dutch cities on them and stuff like that, and that will be in the new year. I'd love to know what you think about the bridge. Is it a good idea or not having something like this at the back of the city? I basically did this to hide the train tracks and kind of so you can't really see where the train goes. I thought about putting a building on top of here, but I think the bridge is just better really. And down at the side, I think it's nice that there's the archways and you can kind of see through, and I really like that, being able to see the train going through around this bit here. When I get around to doing the corner sections, they will be sort of masonry bricks and a bit more closed off at the very edges, so you will just see the train through the archway pieces, and I think it's quite a nice effect. Almost makes it look like a subway. Those lights are my own design, as I wanted to use those flat disc pieces on top, as I have loads of them. I also have lots of the yellow trans pieces left over from a micro build I was working on, so I used them to line the sides of the road, and I think it's a nice effect. And the masonry bricks form the walls of the central reservation, so there's a bit of texture. As I mentioned earlier, building it in sections also means it's quite strong, as each bit is solidly built, they just have to line up. Now, onto my F1 skyscraper. You may recall this from previous videos. I wasn't quite finished, but I have now. And I just love this building. I added a comms tower with the wheels on either side, and I recolored the left side with red pillars. I just wanted to break up the monotonous white and grey, and I think the red works best, as that's the F1 colours, and it just fits. Although, at first glance, it could be a hospital, but the cars are so clearly visible, it's obviously that this is like a parking garage or something like that. Well, it isn't a hospital anyway. I will pave this roadway and add some more figures. I just wanted to put some Ferrari guys dotted about the place. I definitely think this area now is just a really cool part of the city. I have space behind here though for another building, but I think it would be just too cluttered and you wouldn't be able to see the other buildings very well, and I always had in mind to build a flower market outside the railway station, so that's exactly what I went and set myself to do. And I wanted to find a use for those printed road tiles with the white stripes, as I'm not using them in any of the roads, so I've got loads of them left over. And they look good here. I have loads of these crates, and on a hinge like this, it looks quite good as a wee sort of market thing. So my flower market, it's basically loads of crates full of flowers, and I used a friend's umbrella piece that I don't really like, so it's put to good use here as I won't really see it. A few other details, and it's all built on plates, so I can just pick it up and transport it. I still have a large gap down the alley and also behind another building, so I had to do that too. I don't want to waste many parts on this, as I say, you're not going to see it, so it's very simple, just tiles and some plants in the middle, but it does the job. If you're glancing down there, you're going to see that it's got something occupying the space. Tiled all the other gaps and finally have this area all finished, and it's such a nice addition to the city. I think when this goes on display, there will be something everywhere to look at. No part of the city will be left undone or untiled at least, and this just sort of finishes that off. It is just the tiniest of gaps, but you can see it, so it has to have something in there. I like it. I filled in the road here and I've added a tree, and now this road runs all along here. The only problem is, even a 4-stud wide car can't fit down here as it has door handles. It's that tight. It doesn't matter. I've added a wee postie around here with a cart full of letters, and I'll have to tile off the back alley there behind this building as well. Got that next to do. I think what I might do around here is add every driver from the F1 cars down here, and they can be having a wee get together so they're not stuck inside that building for the rest of their life. I'm getting so used to this building now, but every now and then I have to pinch myself at how unique it is. I had this quirky idea and I didn't know if it would work, and now it has become this really standout building in the city, and I think it's great. I was never quite sure if this would all work out, but I love this part of the city now, especially around the train station and the flower market. It's such a nice feature. I always wanted to kind of have a semblance of realism in the city, kind of like a model city, and I think that it has that look. You know, you could glance at this and not realise it was made of Lego at first. Well, I hope so. That's kind of one of my objectives, and I think it has that kind of appeal or that kind of thing. Each bit of this new road can fit a Speed Champion sized vehicle, but I don't want it to actually be totally jammed. When I extend this out, I'll have a bit more room, and I'll maybe move things around and have the cars a bit more different. Now, the train problem. I really like the arches and I don't want to change it to fit the train, and I don't want anything off the shelf in the city anyway, so I was kind of always had in mind to either buy a different train or change the train, make a mock of a train. I just have to get something that is a bit shorter and almost flat at the end. And now also that doesn't just look too weird. As I mentioned earlier, I will be boxing off the ends here, but the arches will have the train visible. As well as redesigning the train, I think I need to think carefully about the corners and how I make a tunnel entrance. So I've got a bit of time off in the holidays, so maybe I'll get half a day or so in the Lego room next week and I'll finish this off. See, thinking about the city, there's been many times where I felt I couldn't do it. I thought some things would be beyond my ability and certainly beyond my budget, and it's been 2 years, and although not quite finished, this area right here is one of my favourites. It's finally kind of getting done. The custom signs are awesome, although I do need something here still. I think the new train looks alright. I think the shorter nose is fine, so it's getting there. I think the side windows make it look quite realistic that this is the end of a train like this. Yeah, so it looks alright. I fully tiled the rooftops. The King's Cross sign from Harry Potter there, it's just a bit of a laugh. As I've got those Harry Potter figures on the platform as well, waiting for a train. Of all the recent Lego trains, I still think this is my favourite. I'm definitely not a fan of the recent green, black and white one. It is a shame I don't have a bigger track, but this small loop is fine for me. It's just nice to have a running track, and I love the noise it makes. Anyways, I'm glad to show you all the progress. I've had lots of fun building and creating. I hope you enjoyed seeing it all. I'm taking a bit more of a break over Christmas period and New Year. I hope you enjoy your holidays. As I say, I certainly will, and I'll be taking time off, and I'll catch you in the new year with some new stuff, new mocks and new updates.